Hello Adventurers! With the recent announcement of Sea of Thieves coming to PlayStation, I decided to go ahead and make a series of tall tale guides. But not just any guides. Guides that you can get every ounce of information you need in under 5 minutes. So let's get right into the Shroudbreaker. First of all, you can visit any outpost to start this tall tale. But if you want to start where I am, just hop onto your boat and go to the quest table. Select Tall Tales, Shards of Gold, and select the Shroudbreaker, and then finally the dive option. This will bring you to Morrow's Peak. Next, head inside the tavern and have a chat to this not so mysterious stranger, and he will give you an earful but also a book. Now before we get into this, just know that there are some spoilers, as it's going to be fast, but hey, you came here because you're either stuck or the instructions were unclear. So after having a chat, head back to your ship and watch it ascend to the heavens. Once we flip through the book, we want to head to N13 on the map. It's the uncharted island which is mentioned, so grab your monkey and let's sail there. Once we arrive, we want to head to the northwest side of the island and dive down. Here we can find the logbook, which is usually by the captain's quarters. Now before we get onto the more complicated part, let's go through where to get each journal so you can plan accordingly. The first journal will be right here on N13. Journal number 2, we will need to go to Ancient Spire Outpost. It's located in the cave opposite the tavern here. Journal number 3 is located in the middle layer of Discovery Ridge. Just think of it as a cake. Once we get there, we want to go to the middle, and you will find the journal near the cannon here. Journal 4 is a little tricky, but not for long, as it's located in Thieves Haven. Once you're inside the middle of the island, turn to the northwest and you'll find it right here. And the last journal is located at Plunder Outpost, right here by the docks at the broken rowboat camp thingy. Alrighty, now with those out of the way, we're on to the tricky part. Depending on what is written in your quest book, you'll need to go to different places to find the chest. If it mentions a cluster or chain of islands, it's referring to Snake Island. A fortified island, it's referring to a fort, obviously. A tangled nest of islands is Sharkbait Cove. A large island with tall arches is Thieves Haven, and a small shallow island is Old Salt's Atoll. Just note that these are usually not the final destination, and there should be directions on where to go thereafter. The most common locations for these are Chicken Isle, Cutlass Cay, Devil's Ridge, Fool's Lagoon, Lookout Point, Paradise Spring, and Snake Island. In my case it was Snake Island. Next, to find the chest, read the further instructions when you are by the correct island. It'll mention the direction that the chest was dropped. Use your compass and you should see something shining in the water quite close to the shoreline. Now that we have our trusty chest, open it and inside we'll find a totem and some pages. The totem that we get will determine where we need to go. A board totem is Devil's Ridge. The crab totem is the uncharted island at N13. The moon totem, Crescent Isle. The scarab totem, Crook's Hollow. Snake totem, Mermaid's Hideaway, and lastly the shark totem is Kraken's Fall. Now each of these islands have a secret entrance where we need to insert the totem. On Devil's Ridge, the southeast beach, the totem location is pretty easy to spot, just look for the boar paintings. On the N13 island, there's a cave underwater to the north of the island, just swim around and you'll find it. On Crescent Isle, in the middle of the island there's a cave as well. Once you're there, just turn right and you'll see moon paintings and the totem location. Crook's Hollow is pretty easy. Look for the waterfall to the south. Behind the waterfall will be paintings once again and the totem location. On Mermaid's Hideaway, this is one of the easiest ones. Head northwest of the island and right here behind this rock you'll see the totem spot. And last, Kraken's Fall. Pretty easy as well. Look for the main archway, head to the north of it, and just here you'll find the location for the totem. Now when we place the totem, it'll have opened a pathway to the vault. Now once we're inside we can see 4 pillars. And if you open your book you'll see there's various patterns. Read this as usual from left to right, and we want to turn the blocks accordingly. Once you're ready, pull out your lantern and light the 4 sides and turn the blocks to match the first segment. After that, hit the button and it'll flash green on the pillars. And repeat another 2 times. After this is done, we will be safe and the door will now be open again. Next, you will need to locate the medallions. This part can be tricky, but just pay close attention to the pictures in the middle of the altar. Run around the same island you are on and dig them up. Return it, and then on to the next one. We need a total of 3, And after inserting the last one, we have our first piece of the Shroudbreaker. Return to the snazzy stranger, and there you have it, your first tall tale done. If you found this helpful, drop a like. And if you don't want to miss the next tall tale guide, subscribe for more.